It feels like I was just talking about strike action with Air Canada, and that's because I was, but now I'm moving over to the prospect of a mass walkout over at Airbus, with its employees looking to make this move, spelling bad news for productivity at the manufacturer. Unite, which is a union, says 3,000 of its members will walk out for 10 days in September, as these employees voted for industrial action in an overwhelming fashion. The overwhelming majority, which was 90% plus in favour for a strike, will mean that across a 3-week period and 10 days, there will see strikes unfolded, including the following dates as confirmed by the union: September 2 and 3, followed by September 10 and 11, and then 5 further days from September 15. Unite says the strikes are going to be dependent on the specific shift patterns of the sites where the employees are going to be striking. The General Secretary of Unite, Sharon Graham, says they wholeheartedly support the actions of the employee group who will be conducting the action. Graham says that Airbus, as a plane maker, remains in a very fortunate position where it can generate billions in profit on an annual basis, even with current economic conditions. The argument therefore stands that the members of Airbus should be paid adequately for the work they conduct to help power this global company. The members who are striking are taking these dramatic measures following the pay offer which had been put forward, not reflecting the current cost of living crisis. The union says it remains in a position where it is open to negotiate with Airbus to find a mutually beneficial deal, but under no circumstances thinks it should be left shortchanged, and is definitely in a position where it will hold firm until the employees it represents go with the pay they deserve. If strike action goes ahead, the impact on Airbus would definitely be profound. Its already highly damaged production and output would set to be hurt even further across 2025. Ultimately, Airbus will now need to put forward an offer to Unite that accounts for inflation and the pressures that have arisen from the cost of living, and a deal that reflects the value of the highly specialised skill set that is equipped by those working at Airbus. Airbus has not been alone in facing strike action in recent years, or the genuine prospect of it occurring, maybe in the final hour it not going ahead, but it's definitely become a theme industry-wide more than ever during and after the pandemic, with cost of living pressures increasing and wages in the industry just not matching the rising rate of affordability. Employees of airlines and broader aviation companies have sought better terms to their agreements. Those contracts need to reflect the importance of the roles that they're in, with also industry and specific positions arguably underpaid for the highly skilled nature and pressures that are associated with them. Remembering that Air Canada just saw a recent strike that shut down its entire flight operation for multiple days, and this was hardly the first shutdown witnessed from a major international airline in, say, the last 24 months. Over at Lufthansa, there were multiple strikes conducted by multiple unions, all seeking better contracts for their employees, which was not just pay, but also the benefits associated with being employed by the business. Naturally, as more and more airlines or plane makers see their neighbouring competitors get better pay deals, they'll head to their unions representing their rights and seek something similar. You have a bit of a knock-on effect. If strike action is conducted at Airbus, it'll represent another bump in the road for the plane makers 2025, which has seen them behind and in a far from ideal position because of economic conditions that have impacted their supply chain and more. Let me know your thoughts on the prospect of a strike taking place at Airbus down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.